XRP is back at $2 a coin. Bitcoin is pumping it again. The entire stock market is seeing some levels which we've not seen in some days. The fear and greed index is up like what, 14 points or so in a day for traditional stocks and everything. I'm doing a beach walk here because liquidity, you know, I need to get in some water. I need to get some wetness around me, I guess. If you know what I mean. Anyway, regardless, man, what a crazy situation. So if you want to know what happened, Trump, or Mr. Donald Trump, he made an announcement yesterday, and he made a really interesting one. You know what he said? He said, this is a great time to buy. As the entire market was skeptical, everybody was thinking about what was going to happen to China. Was China going to up the numbers even more? Was the US going to do something crazy yet again? Everybody was watching that because from Trump's administration, they said no pauses were expected. So they basically expected all these tariffs to get into place and things to start getting wacky. You know what our friend did? Which I kind of consider market manipulation, but hey, he said this is a great time to buy. The last times he said that was basically near the bottom or at bottom. So people were like, oh, this is interesting. But what could he mean with that? Because he said multiple times he doesn't care about the market. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, from the moment in which he said that, they announced that there's a 90-day pause for tariffs and the markets shot up like no freaking tomorrow. By the way, I'm getting interesting. Man, there's actually something interesting when it comes to this current. You can see it in the best way here. It's going left to right, but also from back to forward. Maybe I'll show you in a different video a little bit better what I mean. And by the way, it looks like a storm is brewing a little bit. I don't know about that. Maybe not stay on this beach for too long. Just walking back to the resort. Anyway, situation as it currently stands, everything is up by record amounts. I believe the S&P is up the third largest amount in a single day that we've ever seen. I think only beaten twice in 2008. The fourth, by the way, being back in 2020, which I guess was worse than what we are witnessing right now. You know, that's just to show you how crazy of a period it really is. In general, though, if you want to take advantage of the situation, all I'm going to say is this. The market might get more volatile. I mean, just a pause in tariffs doesn't mean things won't get worse, all right? All these different analysts are saying a recession is going to come up. I mean, just because he paused it doesn't mean the issue essentially is gone. It depends on what type of trade deals can be negotiated over the next few days or next few weeks or so. Now, having said that, and this is the most crucial part, there is another chance that we're going to see another massive drop. Maybe, oh, wow. I'm like a little kid who gets excited. Look at this. It's all like kind of like watery, but still wet though, because the waves have yet to come in. I don't know. I normally never do these type of in real life videos like this. But I've thought of a couple of cool ideas as to what I could film. But this, I guess, is just a little start just to show you guys some fun while we're talking crypto and while we are discussing the current situation, the current doom situation, I guess. Yeah, this is very nice. I think, you know what, I'll just continue on with the story. Yeah, so I was going to say, I do believe there is another chance for another pretty big crash of sorts. But I've already told you how I'm preparing. What I do is, let's say you have a balance of whatever amount of money you can still put into the markets. And this is like even stuff you do not want to lose, right? Just think of that as a balance also. Just what balance do you have that you could put in? Don't put everything in at once, right? Because obviously, first of all, you can't afford to lose it. And just because you never know when the bottom is really going to be. You put a small percentage in. As I said before, I said I'm allocating another 15% at that dip, which was a pretty good idea in hindsight. But hey, even I did not know. And then as the market progresses further down, this lighting is better, huh? As the market progresses further down, you add more. If the market progresses upwards, you're just happy with the gains you've just made and you wait for yet another opportunity. Why am I saying that? Well, because even though you could make more money by just going all in on a dip of sorts like this, the problem comes in the sense that you do not know what happens next. And I'm not saying, you know, let me just say from the perspective that even the best analysts, the biggest analysts in the world, do not know if a recession is about to hit, if everything is about to crash, or if the market is good. Bulls and bears are undecided right now. It's neutral territory. This is a period where you just think about not losing too much rather than making a lot. Because again, if the market turns back green, you'll make all the money anyway. And that's, I think, the most important part. You got to understand that most of the crypto money is made in a very small amount of time, right? That's where you make most of your gains on these altcoins and these crazy moves. This is a period where you just got to chill out, not lose too much. And if a crazy opportunity arises where markets just dump this much like they've done now, yeah, that's where you add. But again, if you add everything, then in case things start dropping 80% or so, now all of a sudden your portfolio is also down 80%. When in reality, you'd prefer if it's down only a part. And again, if it goes down more, you can add to just get more coins and more coins and more coins. So Hopefully that makes a bit of sense. Now, why is that different than the usual situation? Usually, and this is still the back end, usually we are more perma-bulls, meaning we more think along the lines of, hey, let's just get as many coins as possible every single day. Let's just keep adding. The reason we're not that way right now is because if a recession hits, instead of taking, you know, a few weeks, a few months to get back up, it might take a year or something like that to get your money back. And already with the crypto market being down for the last 2 months or so, 3 months, you know, I don't want to add another 9 or 10 months to that, right? Preferably not for all your money being down. Preferably, it's just a part of it. You know, preferably you have a little bit of cash or so for in case things get really, really bad, in case things go down for a lot. Also, so you have a little bit more breathing room, you know, to just keep yourself afloat. So why is this different? Just to conclude yet again, normally markets move very fast. Whenever you buy, usually doesn't take that long to get back up. Still now you could do it, but it just might take a bit longer, and maybe it's a mental thing. Maybe you're not able to handle it out so much. Even my positions on XRP, remember when every single time I was at 100K loss or so on the XP trade on Blowfin that we had? Every single time it just bounced back rather quickly within a few days or maybe a week or two. Right now it's been, I don't even know, right? It's been a long time since that wasn't a crazy amount of profit. And even though I know it will bounce back, it might take a longer amount of time. And for a lot of people, they can't handle that. To which is why I state, do it in parts. Don't buy everything at once where you're buying the dip. Just buy it piece by piece by piece, and you, in my opinion, will be fine. Now, financial advice. If you're even more afraid, just buy things that have a 99% guarantee of bouncing back pretty quickly. S&P or Bitcoin, and I guess also things like XRP. I'm just talking about actually big waves. I'm talking about smaller things that are highly riskier. If you're just buying, like I said, S&P 500, if you're buying Bitcoin, XRP, all these, over a longer term, I don't think there's any risk to it. Me personally, right? Not financial advice. On a shorter term, it might get a bit annoying, but even Apple, just things that you know will not go away. Just add. Again, small portions, but add. It just feels good, man. Just walking around here, enjoying life, talking about the fact that I'm buying my freaking bags full of more crypto because it's about to be up so much. And just now you can see again in 1 or 2 days, all of a sudden the gains we're making. It's not severe, but this is generally speaking how it just goes, right? Markets move down, crazy amounts of panic, and then there's something that gets announced that pushes everything back up, and you think, oh, if only I just bought more. So yeah, anyway, so do not have that feeling, just buy some, so you never regret not buying any, but don't go too crazy where you hate yourself, things go further down. Yeah, I'm guessing the water is like swelling me up right here. All of a sudden, it's gone from nothing to pretty deep. You know what I mean? Also, I'm noticing the weather, it's getting darker and darker, huh? But I guess also sunset is about to happen. But yeah, all right, I'm in almost knee-deep territory, man. Oh, we're gonna fight back. Oh. But yeah, anyway, that's about it for this little crypto update. You know, I'll probably be back later today with another update, whatever happens. It's just, I had to quickly make a video while I'm on the beach here just to say, man, what a crazy move. And it's all caused by Trump. But whatever Trump now says can move the markets even more. So I am warning you, right? Things are beautiful. Even here on the beach, things are super, super nice and beautiful. They might get dark in any second, depending on what Trump says. So be cautious. Don't think that this little rally that we're seeing right now means we're saved. It could get significantly crazier still, depending on what Trump does. Every single move he makes, and this shows me yet again, we've been talking about the fact for a few days that every single thing he does just moves markets, right? And everybody was waiting for the next thing, the next move, decided by Trump. And now he said something and bam, the market's up, the craziest gain in 17 years. Whatever, man, what a crazy time.